the laning stage, yes, but post 15-minute mark, this lineup is very hard to execute in terms of ganking.
Yeah, when I look at Dota, I look at like how do you counter the lineup, like what's their lineup bad against. I think Team NIGMA's only weakness is like low cooldown skirmishes. They rely on Coddle ulti, Mag ulti, Void ulti, and I don't think Virtus Pro's lineup is capable of punishing that weakness. So that's why I heavily favor Team NIGMA here. But if Virtus Pro is somehow able to make a ton of plays around no one, huge weight on his shoulders this game, he pretty much has to be all over the place, disrupting the entire game plan for Team NIGMA.
Well, you said you're not sure if their lineup is capable of it. We're going to throw you over to very capable hands of our casters and see who is going to take this final game of the series.
Yes, the point arrives.
So here we go, getting ready for Game 3 of VP versus NIGMA, and sort of on the same lines of Game 2, it looks like VP have drafted themselves into a position where it's not going to be an easy game against the heroes that NIGMA's managed to grab.
No, it definitely looks pretty volatile. I like the way that Lacoste kind of ended it there. Like their draft is just, it's tough to use your abilities. Just tough, like looking at the just straight up of it, right? It's like vacuum into ET, stuff, spells like that can be there, but Invoker is just a very scary hero in these type of positions to draft, especially when you're playing versus Void. Time dilation clips you and you're moving extremely slow inside of the fights. They're going to run the Rubik and the Mag top to pressure the Spectre. Yeah, I really like the way they've got this setup. I think it's probably just needed that he has to go cost Wex on this Invoker to be able to eat with that harassment. He's tipping GH because he has to tank the tower hit, so he's like, here you go. And he's gonna say thank you, you know, very nice GH, of course. And he's gonna, and they're all gonna tip GH now for so you can just say thank you some more to everybody because we all love GH. So yeah, it's definitely looking a bit tough. I'm not really seeing good ways for them to pressure this Void, and they just have no stuns and no real silences. So like I said, I feel like this Invoker has to have this godly game for them to pop off and really be able to look to it.
Let's have a look at around the bouncy runes.
They actually ended up getting that one. Rezo was able to snag it away. So 3 for the side of VP, at least there. A lot of harass though. Already 2 tangos expended on LTW. Probably a third one also going to have to be used. GH versus Solo, the battle.
Oh, GH still has a Fairy Fire to play with.
The heals. Is it enough?
I think GH's got a Fairy Fire.
He's got the Fairy Fire.
But so does
the double
Solo.
bait. He's got to hug the tree.
Oh, the Dukes should go back for the Fate Bolt. He's coming in.
Oh, the ward. He's going to place it up and try to juke around the trees. He switched it in.
Yeah, he's holding it for now.
Oh, it's a sentry. It's not an obs. Just kidding. He's got to run.
Oh, hang on. This could be a... okay, no.
Okay,
the Viper doesn't want to turn back for this.
320 movement speed. Oh, he got the creep wave, though.
Oh, he was back up.
He better bring that back to no one. No one would not appreciate if someone takes the creep wave away.
Don't make no one mad.
No. Okay, so TP tap. He had to expend both of his heals, though. So that's going to hurt a little bit for the Spectre. The amount of pressure that he can at least absorb for him. But it's Spectre. We've seen Spectres do pretty well no matter what. And we see creep manipulation down bottom. ET pulling the wave, Miracle trying to grab it as well. Oh, he lost the range creep though. Range creep's walking back into the tower. Miracle
See you later,
is able to catch it before it gets into tower range at least, but looks like this ET will be able to hold the wave a little bit better as he's dancing with it. Miracle's trying to meet it. Nicely done. Oh, they actually lost. Okay, the range creep too. That's a concern there for the Darkseer and ET. We'll take a glance. I'll swear for a moment as Zayat's nice last hit.
Oh, these punches.
Boots. He's got the damage.
Oh, Bash is coming in from Miracle. Will hold Zayat's back.
Oh, I love me some ET. Let me see ILTW. He took the space from Solo being chased away from GH nicely there. He's got his wand fully finished up, so every time looking empower, anytime any spell gets casted, he'll get more regen. Already up to 9 last hits, looking good.
And Spectre, what we saw was one of the heroes that did get a bit of a nerf, but you think we can expect to still see teams playing it?
Yeah, I mean, Dispersion's still there.
Yeah.
You still have the base base HP regen inside the laning phase. It's just the late game that got affected and that little bit of early, right? The dagger does 75, Dispersion got, Desolate got nerfed too. I think he's still overall the same. It's that ulti though, 140 seconds at level 3 even. More than 2 minutes, one of the longer ones in the game. And we do see, of course, that Quas Wex in mid. On the Invoker just to be able to eat the harassment of the Viper.
Well, I'm going to go for the drag back on RTW into the skewer.
He's got a lot of stick charges too.
Yeah,
not Pop Fairy.
Not a kill that they're going to finish off, but still just trying their best to keep RTW push back.
They get the courier down bottom.
GH he's still going for this. He's almost going to die here. Solo turns with the sensor. One more hit. That's going to do it there.
Doesn't even bother using his Fairy Fire. He saw the dagger coming in. He knows he's dead. And Enchantress doing Enchantress things in the laning phase. Getting that creep very strong. Miracle did lose his courier bottom. Did see Zayat's able to snipe that one in the meanwhile.
Get nothing.
Yeah, farm for Miracle down here. Continues to go fine, but yeah, really sort of star of the show on the first few waves has been ILTW on that safe lane Spectre, despite NIGMA's all-out aggression on him, trying to push him out of the lane. Not been able to do so far.
Our men just hitting it Zayat's over and over again. He will have his Tranquil Boots delivered, so he actually can reset and come back fairly quickly. Yeah, all about the blast in this wave, as we're seeing the Coddle. Like, he prioritizes blasting the wave out so they can make sure that they're not pressured by double ion shells, so that the Void can actually farm. Oh, pause. The Tornado is gonna clip Weehaw here.
Yeah, no mana though, no one to throw any follow-up.
He's got to use Tornado to secure himself some last hits. It still is a little bit hard in this matchup to be able to do so. Sure, you don't get harassed from the poison attack, but your animation, your base damage is a little bit neglected because you have no Exort. Does have to secure quite a bit with Tornadoes.
Don't get me mad.
So this game from VP, when does it all start to kick off? Like when will they start to make moves as for whilst the Spectre's elsewhere? I mean, can they do that very early, or is it going to take a lot of time for their lineup in comparison to what we saw from them in Game 1 and Game 2?
No, I think the Invoker can get pretty active. I think Darkseer usually wants to wait until like 6/7 to really do so, but I do think they can look to get aggressive around that haunt timing, right? You haunt in, you have an Invoker rotation with a Tornado, Cold Snap. You can likely pick up kills with the Iron Shell. So he'll probably make like a move maybe toward bottom if there's an aggressive Time Walk, or they can make a move on mid. Viper's too far forward, sets up TPs with the Tornado. They have a couple of different ways around those level 5, 6, 7. That's probably the big moment for them, at least to start. Looking for some moves.
And then for NIGMA this game with the Void Mag, they sort of under less pressure? They can sort of take this as
they can chill
whatever sort of pace they want?
Yeah, I feel like they can kind of chill it out. They can still make plays around those ulti timings too, but I feel like for them it's less pressure because of the way that they've drafted. You know, they have a counter to the Spectre. They always have a break mechanic in their draft to deal with any late game potential. That Viper pick will always be something, and oh, look at that. Invoker looks pretty dope.
So hopefully we'll be able to get the action underway ASAP. Just waiting for both teams to ready themselves back up, and there we have it.
Man, Rizzo's always got a smile on, I feel. Oh, look, Solo's having they're
having a bit of a laugh.
They're good one right now. Okay, they're feeling good at least. That's good.
Yeah. I feel like they probably didn't have that sort of attitude a few minutes into Game 2. You know what I mean? So it's good to see that here in Game 3, yeah, spirits are back and a little higher for VP.
Ooh, key timing for Zayat's level 3. So as ET players, that's when you have your strongest kind of thing in the laning phase. Being able to utilize your spirit at its max. See our men setting up for some runes, giving we have some mana too. Oof. 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 Ouch. If he was level 5 on the Viper there, likely a kill being able to set up their unknown, or at least force a Ghost Walk. Starting to build up that pressure though, for sure. 17-10 to 12-6 of the Invoker. Sure, he's got the sustain, but like we said last, it's a bit suffering. Now, in the meantime, though, Miracle, he was left alone bottom because of this rotation from the Coddle, so they're capitalizing on it, putting some pressure onto him.
Oh, see top solo. Yeah, it's gonna find the wraparound onto G8. Shockwave will slow the two of them, but ILTW is diving in.
That's very deep for them to actually try this. He has a Fairy Fire too. Oh, he doesn't pop it.
Solo with the nuke there. Very nicely done by him in the Satar Tormentor.
Mind Control was actually bottling him as well. I don't think he expected to get just popped that much. Maybe could have Fairy Fire saved. Still gets caught off guard. Nice move by Solo. Very nice creep control there. And good aggressive play, kind of pushing them away from a creep wave or so. Or attempting to push them away from a creep wave at least. Let's see what Zayat's doing with his movements at the moment. I think he's kind of scouting out stacks. Because I think the Kato disappeared from lane for quite some time. I think he's probably expecting that some cap is stacked. And ET thrives off of those stacks to be able to put pressure.
Yeah, back to then, Miracle having that backup back and around. RMN's hit.
Just farming very well still on this Void.
Yeah, both carries.
Yep.
I mean, this game so far is just this mid lane where no one's falling behind a little bit, but there's going to be some good setup. With the Tornado and the EMP and the Cold Snap, it's set up for Zayas to get in on top of We Are. and they'll get themselves the kill hit.
And stop. Okay.
To stop RMN from taking down Zayats in return. They can now surround the Cottle, Solo, and no one trying to take him out as well. GH heads over. The telekinesis will slow them down, and that will allow RMN to get away. And now VP, they'll just turn their attention over towards GH. They get GH's courier. Cold Snap's back and available again. VP, they're not going to quite be able to find a second one, or are they?
The Banshee can't quite get, or the Ghost, sorry, can't quite finish him off there.
Not enough damage, but still
nice moves.
A good move here from VP. They needed to do something. That was the one lane where, you know, things weren't going ideal. Viper, of course, winning the matchup, and they're able to address that very early on, 6 minutes in, a solid gank on Weehaw.
Yep, love that. That was excellent ET rotation. Gets deep wards down aggressively too in the meantime. RMN,
Oh, it's got these Fairy Fires saving lives.
They really are.
Solo, can he close the gap? He's getting a good angle.
Speedy. Oh, yeah. He got him.
Alrighty,
Solo's killing it.
He's on a killing spree here, 7 minutes.
Look at that. Oh, and he gets Zayats gets a courier, but look, he's bullying GH.
Oh, center on a cliff.
But still pushing them away, and this all this is space. The Spectre's not getting pressured because of all this, because people are getting chased around, having to TP and react.
Yeah, Solo just all over the place.
He's owning this star 2K lead. That's what they want to be right now, and they're starting to get those 6s online. Spectre's up there, Dark's tier 2. So he can definitely look to make those aggressive moves with the Hunt. It looks like no one's going to heal. Then he can make his first rotation if he'd like to. Maybe he can set up for something here. Yeah, he's going to TP bottom. I think he sees how low that Miracle's sitting. He's eating a lot of harass from those ion shells. He's got the Morbid Mask to try to sustain up.
Let's see if they can combo him. They've got him in with the Tornado, the Cold Snap. They're not able to get the hits in to stop him from jumping. So Miracle will still be able to lead away. Top lane.
They've enough of Solo's
shenanigans. Across, drops the Viper Strike, and they'll have more than enough magical damage to bring down the Enchantress. So avoid the gank bottom, get themselves a kill mid.
Oh, I see what you did there. Avoid the gank. Okay.
Aha. Miracle, he does, of course, have that 6 ready to go.
Okay, Weehaw looking to get active here. TP does instantly go out there from ILTW, so won't be able to find anything. But yeah, this could have been a rotation from there with that break. Definitely can apply pressure on Spectre. He's got Haunt available now too, so it looks like he's walking toward the top area, and they've got good levels. Level 6 on that Darkseer, like we were mentioning. He's got the Ion Shell to throw onto Zayats, so Zayats is going to look to make that aggressive move around his mid laner again. Solo's maybe baiting the mid bait here. Rotation's coming.
I mean, he's trying to go in on Solo, but there's the response from VP straight away with the Horn. Cold Snap onto Weehaw.
I mean, Solo is just baiting them. He's playing this so well here on this Enchantress. Just leaps and bounds of space for his Spectre.
He's done so much.
He's just baiting Weehaw too there. Very nicely done. That's the first taunt. And they make sure, that's the thing, they didn't just bring like 1 or 2 heroes, they made sure that the Invoker and the ET were there, plus the Spectre. Just making sure they do get those kills in high control.
And he's pretty tanky. No one is going to lose his courage to make the delivery, so he's managed to pick up the Urn. Tornado set up into the Stomp. They're going to be able to get the kill here, so charges for no one.
Courier, but they do get the Urn charge, which is inevitably the most important thing picked up there for that.
Some very early moves here from Solo. Now it's sort of set up for no one to be able to make good moves around the map.
Yeah, I'm loving how they're playing this draft here with this early. I was going to say, it looks a bit greedy when you're playing with the Invoker and Spectre, but when the Invoker goes for the Quas Wex, they have this Enchantress that's doing so much. It's looking pretty good in this early start here. Miracle, of course, still free farming, and he still will have the backup of a farmed mag with Empower too. But yeah, so far, great aggressive start.
For GH. He's in Chancellor's, setting up for the Stomp into a follow, but again, he's on the glyph. GH, he just keeps putting that sensor in its place.
Rezo doesn't have the surge up. It's got CD, they also have time dilation. He's very dead.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Empowered Void as well, invading.
Back on mid, GH. This time round, he should go down the Urn and the Cold Snap. Is it going to finish him off here? He's ticking down low.
Oh, and he dies. That so important Urn charge early on. RP.
They've gone for the RP lockdown. Oh, I didn't catch him. Oh, no, Miracle.
Tip him for sure.
Oh, the tips are coming out.
Oh, he tried to be
perfect. Coming out right there.
Tried to be cheeky, get him right on the edge.
He's still trying to go in for the kill. He may find Solo. He does do so. The Stomp from Zayats won't catch him. But not getting that Invoker kill there. Going for the 2-man and only getting the one and not the one that he wanted the most.
Nope. Oof, that's painful. He does, like you said, he gets the 1 kill there, but that's the first chrono usage, not getting a core hero. happens, you know. Just trying to be. You're trying to be too perfect.
I mean, it was incredibly close as well.
I thought he was in it.
I mean,
actually.
I think no one thought he was in it. He sort of didn't move initially, and then he was like, oh, hang on. You missed.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Glyphing up this catapult, trying to apply pressure here around this Darkseer, tanking the wave for a second, but they will lose the catapult, so tower push. Nice tornado EMP.
Actually going to get the two of them here. Mind Control still trying to step in, but he's out of mana. Iron Man gets taken down underneath the tower. Weehawk comes in with the TP, but the stomp into the splitter from Zayas will control him. No one runs himself away with the Ghost Wall.
That's burning.
Gets away from the three of them, but the space has been there for them to take those down. There's two dead. Again, VP, they're speeding it up. They're playing this draft nice and fast. Miracle tries to turn onto Zayas. The Haunt's actually going to come out.
Very aggressive Haunt, actually. Too over-aggressive. They were already backing away.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, maybe it was just a little concern that Miracle would aggressively time walk in and wanted to stop him from doing so.
Radiant's top tower.
Bit of a waste for that one for sure there. But look how much they're applying so much pressure. They're forcing all of NIGMA to react to try to defend that mid-tier 1. I mean, this EMP, this Tornado EMP plus Stomp is actually doing a lot of work just to set up for these easy kills early on. And definitely seeing that EMP, it is painful. Sure, they have tools behind, you know, tools to at least kind of counter it. I believe the Arcane Boots were picked up on the Viper early. But yeah, this hurt.
I mean, this combo, it's setting up for a lot here. GH, can he get back away from this? The stick charges, it will save him. He's turning around, has the lift on Zayas, and this time GH will be a man that will survive. Midas done, whilst all this action goes down from VP at ILTW with the pickup. And should help him keep on track with the Farmer Miracle's Void. At the moment, of course, Miracle just relying on the Mask of Madness and the Empower.
Yep.
So we'll see both carries scale up at a similar pace this game.
Yeah. I do like that. I'm fine with the Midas just because of how this early game went. Yeah. Just able to farm so well. And you know, like you said, he wants to match Magnus. And I mean, they've shut down the Viper quite a lot, right? That Invoker versus Viper matchup, he's done very well. He's actually 900 ahead of the Viper. And yeah.
Yeah, they played him out around the mid lane excellently so far, VP in this early game.
Yeah, and even though, sure, you've got your Corrosive on this Viper, you're playing versus ET. ET really does break a lot of that because of how much he amplifies damage, and he's maxing the aura on the ET early on. I believe I saw 3 points for him, and he's rushing a Veil. So any way to kind of amp up their damage, because that is the one thing VP is lacking a little bit in the early game. Like right in this mid game, they're strong right now, but next few moments they're going to be lacking some damage. That's going to at least help a bit. The Veil plus that ET aura. And still looking to continue being as aggressive as possible. They don't like this downtime either way. Like Void with Empower, it's still a concern. So they still want to be making aggressive moves. No one, as well as Zayas, constantly on the run. And they'll find the COD on the back. Easy pick. No one dominating already here. Doing super well on this Invoker.
Yeah, this time round, really making this last pick work. BP, something that they struggled to do with the tiny 5th pick in game 2, but this time around, this Invoker, and no one he knows exactly what needs to be done, and he's getting away with it this game. And
they're very fast, right? Darkseer plus Invoker with Quas Wex versus a Viper. Viper is a very immobile hero. These heroes move around the map very quickly to be able to set up these plays.
Well, Zayas, he's going to get the stomp on Magnus, but he will still fall. Everybody else is out of it. Not wanting to fly into this one. Miracle's got the Yasha going straight for the Manta after the Mask of Madness.
Might be able to find no one here.
With this RP, they should have. They got the follow-up lockdown. They do. Miracle, Weehart, GH close in upon him. Some quick kills and a solid grab there from Mind Control with that invis.
He stayed in this for a minute. He was just staying off of the map for the entirety of that, really looking for that type of pick, and finds it. Rezo should be just fine here. A stolen Surge now. So we were talking about Viper being immobile and then being able to play around him a little bit. Now they've got Surge at least on the side of NIGMA to be able to play fast and match the moves.
Yeah, they've got the mech done as well for Weehart.
Yeah, now they've got a strong 5-man lineup here put together. VPs is also not that bad though. They have this Darkseer in their ET, which enable their team quite a lot. Nice body blocks by Solo.
Set up on the Miracle. The Hawk comes in from RTW, jump away from the Void. He'll put the stick. He's got enough mana for the Chrono if he wants to use it. He's thinking about going back. There it is. He's going to catch no one and solo this time round. They've got the damage, or have they? The mech comes out. It won't save no one. No one still falls. Now that Will-O-Wisp is out, drags the four of them back in. Miracle jumps in aggressively over towards Resolution, but Resolution has the surge to get himself away. Mind Control and GH to see if they can catch out together, but now the turnaround comes in. Rezo, he just commits with the vacuum. Miracle's still trying to jump forward into the four of them. They've got to be a little careful, Enigma. As VP still with the four of them alive. Miracle thinking about fighting this, but now will look to back away. Stomp catches We Are, surge out onto him as GH trying to save the Viper.
They dispel it, but they can't actually chase forward. RMN, he's refilling their mana. Like Viper was out of mana there, so they tried to get aggressive. Chakra fills him up, even though through that EMP. You know, panel talked about it. That is one of the big things that they will always have to factor. And the arcane boots on Viper too. So a lot of different ways to restore that, and their big team fight, it is there, right? You see that Will-O-Wisp, you see the RP, you see the Chronosphere. That's their power spike. So right now, maybe this is where VP wants to try to make an aggressive move because those are on cooldown.
And at this point in the game early on, do you think that's kind of all Miracle needs to do? He just goes for the Invoker in these fights? You take no one away and the fight falls apart for VP?
Absolutely. He's the biggest one that can... There's like Panel said, right? There's no protection inside the Chrono. They have a stomp that can come out, but it's an easy one that you can avoid. It's avoid most of the times. No one. Bit hard forward, but he does
for the surge. Yeah, Mind Control, no hesitation. He's dropping the RP for any sort of core kill. There'll be a little bit of a save coming out with the stomp, but not lasting long enough.
No, they gotta, I mean, they have to be a little careful on VP. They're kind of running into the chain 5-man of NIGMA. They know they're starting to actually expect these movements. So I did say that I wanted them to capitalize on the fact that some of those ultis were down, but they have to do it with a better approach there.
Tower is under attack.
And these items starting to come out fast for Miracle. The Manta Star is pretty much done. You have the full Blink Dagger on Magnus, so Mind Control can look for these plays with even more ease.
Nice neutral items picked up here. Clumsy Net plus Vambrace, both very nice for their side. If he wants the net on the Viper in particular for the Nether Toxin. We'll get burned out. Do they deny the tower? They do.
Radiant's middle tower.
All that work for 18 minutes of EP does just inevitably get denied, but at least they open up the map a little bit so they can make more aggressive moves. But these ults, it's ticking, right? They're starting to come back up for NIGMA, and we're seeing that they do have that strong team fight early on. Spectre still not quite online there. And we are seeing, you know, I was mentioning the damage on VP being a little bit lackluster. It's starting to show a bit there. They have these mana burns and all that, but the nitty-gritty of all that damage is a bit lacking without items.
Yeah, most of these fights, as we saw, you know, they really have to step away from Miracle's Void.
Yeah.
If they don't get him with the initial combo, no one can stand toe-to-toe with him when he has this Mask of Madness, Manta, and of course the Empower buff. He's always going to be able to just win the straight right-click versus right-click if it comes down to it. Even against the Spectre at this early stage.
Yeah, it's very minimal control really coming out from the side of VP.
Yeah, right? He's just all over the place.
It's a tornado and an echo stomp, and that's their control inside of the fights. That's it. They really do not have that many stuns to work around and to play with. So it's very tough for them to actually set up for these kills if they don't just get the, like you said, the initial just bam. It's going to be tough for them to actually bring those targets down.
Do you sort of see any items coming out soon from VP's heroes that will allow them to have any further control? Anything that's will be built up by their lineup?
I don't know what they really can. I saw the Yules was almost done for the Invoker, but it's not really... I don't know what they can really do to just give themselves that better type of catch. It's going to come a little bit through levels for the Invoker, but yeah, itemization is going to be tough. It's like, do they want to go for something like an Atos or anything on ET? It's not the greatest. He's already committed for the Veil. It's going to take too long, so I'm not sure. It's going to be tough for them to actually just control these targets.
And the thing is, you know, sure.
They're trying to sneak this one in here.
I think will VP check this out? It's not going to be super quick, but that might sort of play to the favor of NIGMA here, meaning there's a little unsuspecting that they would actually go for this.
Yeah, I don't think they know this is going on at all. They have points available and everything too, but this is quite a sneak here. Empowered Void with Master Vet. Yeah, he's got it.
Alrighty.
That's a big, I mean, that's a huge move.
Yeah, this is... I mean, it really does feel that with each passing minute, this is going to get more and more difficult for VP unless they can keep these fights going. And like, sure, right, they have a Spectre, excellent late game hero, but it's against a Void with a Viper backup. Like, they've got so many ways of holding this Spectre down in the poison of the Viper, breaking the Spectre at all portions of the game. It just makes it an incredibly dangerous, risky game for ILTW to play. One sort of step in the wrong place, he gets caught in the combo, he's going to die.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at his item build, right? You see he's gone for the Manta, queues up BKB. That's when you know it's a tough Spectre game. It's going to be hard for him to really just carry this game by himself. They're smoking out the trade to try to catch NIGMA when they're split up, but have to be careful how many you run into. NIGMA has everything available right now on top of that Aegis. They have to kill some heroes, trickle them in one by one. Killing the front line is very tough. They're tanky. Greaves, a Magnus who's naturally tanky, and a Void who's elusive versus little stuns.
That should help.
It looks like it's going to be... Oh, is it going to be 4 bounties as well? Looks like it might just be 4 bounties here for NIGMA. Nah, just... GH being a little bit cautious. He might get caught
They
here.
want to dive for him.
Radiant's top tower is under
TP coming over. GH is going to get the opportunity to turn with the telekinesis. No one goes self-fuels, but now he's caught into the Will of the Wisp. Miracle jumps across. No need for the Chrono. They just kill him straight up. As I feel like those are the sort of moves that we see teams start to make
when they feel forced.
When the game really starts to take a turn for the worse for them. If you're making moves like that, something's starting to go wrong.
And yeah, NIGMA now they're chasing. He refreshes the time walk with the chakra there. Can they actually set up for the kill here? Stomp looks like trying to stop the back line.
There's the RP. Mind controls in. He's got the 2 of them. They do have the Manta to try and get away, but he's pushed back into the poison of Weeha. ILTW down. Solo falls as well. And the game, I mean, in terms of numbers, it's 11-11. The net worth is even, but you can't help but feel that this game is only going to get worse for VP.
They don't have damage. They don't have great catch. It's starting to look real difficult for them for sure here. And we see that was a very cute little play there, right? The time walk, chakra, time walk to get on top of the Spectre. Yeah, this is starting to shift very quickly here. And they did have to expend all their ultis, right? So I think when Spectre's online, I think it's you gotta be go time as VP. You have to catch NIGMA when they're split up somehow when Spectre's back up, but it's still so difficult as Solo does TP in the front here.
And they're coming in with a wraparound.
Okay.
Let's see if they can take these 2 down.
Nice ice wall.
Down, sets up for the 2-man stomp as well. AMP comes in, RTW jumps over with the horn. They're on top of We Are, focusing towards RMM first. Get the quick kill, turn back for the core. They'll get the 2 of them. A
Give it Spectre.
Good strike back there from RTW. Yeah, 2 kills for him, straight up with the Midas usage. I mean, these are the opportunities that they have to jump on immediately, and they do so.
Yeah, as soon as there's no ultis, they're overplaying their hand a little bit on NIGMA, capitalize on
keep
TP.
going.
They do, and keep going. Yeah, there's still the ultis on TD. Sure, you're playing versus Aegis, but you're worried about RP. You're worried about
Miracle just jumped in on this.
Oh, he's very far.
They're coming over for him. Alrighty, he's going to try and jump away, but they're there awaiting. They'll take him down the once. Is there any sort of help that they can offer? The CP's coming over, stomp timing, not mind control. He comes in with a skewer. He peels the Elder Titan away, so the stomp doesn't come out. Miracle still taking heavy damage, but he's able to get the time walk off. Got back up on the high ground. RMN and GH are here.
Oh, they're turning.
He's trying to kill him. Zeiss is getting low. He's also getting very, very low himself on the Void. Still 30 seconds without the Chrono, but they're able to turn and kill off the ET. And now it's VP that's having to run away.
Refreshes the lift there from GH to the chakra.
20 seconds until Chrono's fair. VP's got to be aware of this timing. They're still trying to fight this. If NIGMA can sort of buy time for the Chrono to come back in play, they'll have a chance here, but Weeha's been isolated. He has been surrounded. Viper will fall, and VP, they're going to continue to chase.
Yeah, keep going. Of course, you have Surge. Try to catch anything else here. No one on the front.
Sound again. Does have the Chrono, but now with the Viper down, he's going to be a little more careful with how he turns to drop it. There's the setup.
Do they have the follow-up, though? Don't think they do.
And this now may be a little harder for them to continue to chase it. They won't be able to get anything else, but nonetheless, they get the Aegis away from the Void, and they're also able to find that big kill on Weeha.
Back-to-back, right? Weeha just can kind of respawn, walk back in to help out Miracle, and just goes down again, so great moves there. Great aggressive plays, playing around those ulti CDs and finding Miracle too far forward. Very nicely done. And Miracle there, he almost actually died. He popped the Mask of Madness when they were walking up the high ground and immediately starts panicking for a second because Spectre just turned and started hitting him. That Desolate really started to build onto him, so.
Yeah, solid save from Mind Control coming in with that skewer. That stomp comes in onto Miracle. More than likely the setup for them to take him down a second time.
Yep. Now, though, they have to be a bit scared on VP. They're going to smoke and maybe try to
This is a little
just stay grouped together, but they don't have anything available for themselves.
And this is into the Chronosphere, the RP, and also the just completed MKB on Miracle.
Oh man, yeah, he's hit a big timing here. They're still very strong, empowering themselves up, looking for something to pick. I mean, Spectre showing himself in mid. This is the pick they want.
Yeah, they just dropped the Chrono.
And he's broken. And he looks very fragile when he is broken. Oh, is that a stolen? Was that a splitter or was that just a... that looked like just a dagger, I guess, last hit.
That was the great...
No,
yeah, okay.
it was a splitter too. Yeah, he had a stolen splitter that went down too.
Oh, nice.
So, gets the last hit there, steals dagger. And that jumps the lead up very quickly though, because now Spectre's off the map for 50 seconds. Now you're just going to see NIGMA just chase anyone they see on the map.
Oh, and top mind control. He's found the second big grab. No one's found by his RP. He'll try and play his way out of this, but there's no escaping. And Miracle also, meanwhile, cleaning up resolution. So across the map, all 3 cores going down on VP. And that whole situation regarding the Spectres, we say that's the struggle of the Spectre this game. That's never not going to happen unless he gets the BKB and he's able to pop it before he's chronoed. Still, at that point, it's very likely they're going to have enough physical damage to really bring him down during that chrono and the BKB.
I mean, it's really starting to look like it's just Spectre versus the world. Look at just the levels. 19, 15, 14, 13, 13 on the side of NIGMA. It's just the Spectre up there at 18. The rest of them are really starting to fall off. And this is not a game where Spectre can solo carry.
No.
He's versus just these counters straight up here. And Miracle's starting to get real out of control. MKB getting close to, not close, but going toward that Satanic next, which he will get pretty quickly.
Now we'll see the Diffusal Blade has been completed by IRTW. So at least has some good aggressive potential. Does mean that he has postponed the BKB, so still very vulnerable himself.
They're looking to get aggressive though versus these double cooldowns of ultis.
Let's see, no one. He's going to look for the setup on RMN. They'll try and save him with the Force. Might just do it. They're going to commit with the Hawk for this one. What sort of a chase can they find? They're just going to look for RMM.
They want more though.
ILTW jumping over. Can he have any further control? Dagger's out. Still, it's hard to get that further catch.
Yeah, it's too far.
It's not going to find anything else, that Horn.
No, and you can't defuse either because he just pops Greaves and then he's able to reset anyway. A Spectre hunt just for a coddle, that is not what they wanted. They needed to get more out of that.
And look at the straight up farm on Miracle right now. 4K advantage on ILTW. This Void getting so large.
He's only 1,200 away from the Satanic even. They struggle to kill this man anyway, as it's an elusive Void into pretty much 0 disables. Throwing a Satanic on top, throwing some chakras to refresh his time walk too. He's going to be pretty impossible to kill. And like we said, they used Haunt. They wanted to get more out of it. Ultis are going to start ticking back. It's probably in the back of their heads this entire time on the side of VP. It's just...
That's getting harder.
It's getting scarier and scarier.
It really is.
Burn his mana though. Haha, gotcha. But he has a coddle, right, coming over there from the mid lane soon. Refill him up shortly. Yeah, constant arcane boots as well too. We see mind control even picking up arcane boots on Magnus. When you're playing versus EMP, when you're playing versus these invokers, you tend to see more arcane boots picked up in these games.
Yeah, especially when you have a core like Void that, again, just doesn't have a great mana pool. Chrono's nearly half of it.
This is scary place for VP to be set up around. They're gonna just keep burning his mana and stomping him though. Very
it's kind of working.
They're gonna actually toss down the splitter too, and the wall.
Oh.
I mean, you were saying kind of working with that.
There's nothing worth about that. No, that's. I mean, VP, they need everything to win these fights.
They
throwing them out like that.
Go back to split push for now for the next few minutes. There's no way you can look for a fight here.
Is under attack.
They're going to lose that top tower.
Top tower has fallen.
Yeah, now when Haunt is back up, they're not going to have wall available. They're not going to have splitter available. And like you said, it feels like they really do need to utilize absolutely everything in order to try to bring these heroes down.
And another Roche.
And another Roche is back up already.
And with no splitter, no wall, that's your fight around the pit gone.
I mean, they can scout it. They can say hello, but
they're not going for this.
No way they can contest this.
There's not even any point running over.
No, I mean, they're going to try to throw their stomps and their EMPs in there, but...
EMP just off to the side. Miracle's able to sidestep it. Solo's heading over. The Will-O-Wisp holds them back. They cannot get over to the pit in time. Miracle jumps over a few bashes and Solo's out of action. It's just, I mean, as we said, that 11 to 11 mark where that little lead that VP started to get when they had. So there, a few minutes of really nice moves with the Invoker in the early game.
For sure.
Scanning.
It's just only going to get tougher and tougher for them to really do anything to stop this lineup from NIGMA, just take over the rest of this game.
I mean, Invoker's level 14. Look, GH is 16. Everyone, like we said, everyone on the side of the NIGMAs just has a plethora of levels and items now. He will get away.
Yeah, he's not going to go for the blind chrono.
No one also gets away too. I thought for sure they might lose one target there, but
is under attack.
will at least be able to disengage. But yeah, you're seeing, just keep looking at these levels, right? Everyone on the side of NIGMA is growing, but nobody except for the Spectres growing on the side of VP.
Oh, yeah, that's
and it's like, I mean, it's a game where he's countered. It's his win condition. Spectre it's not a win condition when you're versus Void and Viper. They just have a lot of different ways to play around you. And they just have so many ults. It really is. It's Will-O-Wisp, RP, Chronosphere. There's so many different things that they can just throw on single targets and just kill them. Oh, lovely.
Oh, DD.
Oh, man, he is hitting for 430.
Everybody get back to the base.
And now he's empowered. He's hitting for he's hitting for 500. Oh, the net with the Arcane Supremacy. Look how long it lasts. Oh, a value bash.
Oh, damn, that hurt.
Oh, look at this. He's even has the greater Fairy Fire also on the Void. So he was already impossible to kill. Throwing some more heals on top solo.
He's just going in.
He dispelled the Empower and the DD. All right, a cheeky little move there.
All right, what are you going to do here with your VP? How are you going to get them off your base? It's Miracle dancing around.
Are fortified.
He's also been able to finish himself off for BKB, so he can just sort of waltz in, drop the combo. No one. I mean, they don't even need a chrono to kill him.
No, they do not.
They just
getting caught in, but the wall.
Beat him down. No one's gone. It's just falling apart here for VP. They don't have the means to play against the power of NIGMA here.
No.
Is under attack.
They don't have the straight team fight, and the Invoker, who had that pretty decent mid game, he's fallen off completely.
His middle tower has fallen.
Spectre knows he can't even hunt in. A stolen wall of Replica will come out eventually too. There's no BKB on Weehaw at the moment, but Miracle is he's just standing in the front line. He's satanic. He even has a full butterfly in a second too after these racks. GH wants another catch. He's got the net.
Couple of hits.
Goodbye.
He's gone. And NIGMA will slowly continue the cleanup. Giants. Oh, where's the bash? They won't find it. Giants able to turn with the Earth Spitter, but a force
him out.
on a Miracle. It does still get hit by it, but it really doesn't matter. Miracle steps back in, picks up the double kill. Rizzo trying to run away. You don't run away from me, Miracle says.
And that's the Spectre. See you later. They're probably going to call it off of that one.
Yeah,
it's very, very over.
There we go. GG. Well played. It's called. NIGMA take game 3 with that. The series is theirs. 2-1 against VP. And I mean, these last 2 games, it really did feel like the sort of lineups that the VP were trying to play really were a bit of a swing and a miss, especially after that game 1, which just worked so perfectly for VP. They came in with a phenomenal showing in the first game in terms of draft and play, but game 2, the last pick Tiny just didn't pay off, and this game 3, it was a super smart way of NIGMA closing this one up, right? Getting the Void, the Viper. It just makes the Spectre's game impossible.
Yeah, makes the Spectre's game impossible, and the Invoker just starts to really fall behind, and then they literally just have